This is a presentation about a man guilty of 700K in identity theft fraud by Justin Michel. Basically, this guy's from Brooklyn, and he pled guilty to fraudulently spending 700,000 in US dollars. This isn't really like what he actually spent himself, but it's more like a compilation of every credit card that he sold in his little scheme. His name's Jonathan Oliveris, 26, and he has 2 criminal counts involving wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. Where did he actually get the cards? The cards he actually didn't steal himself. He bought them from an online source believed to be in Russia, and he distributed it around the New York and New Jersey and Washington D.C. areas. The case doesn't really go into much detail about how he actually got them, but obviously a lot of people know about this, but they buy them online from retailers. It's like 10 cards for $20, something like that. And the people are normally hackers. The hacking is kind of similar to drugs in how you have a dealer and a supplier. It's so similar to like drug dealing. The supplier usually has the skills or the resources to actually get the product, and then the dealer just kind of sells it. And usually the first point of contact is the seller, so they get caught more often. This is kind of similar to like phishing site is another way that cards get stolen, by setting up a fake site and having people put information in. Looks like the stolen credit cards number actually totaled to 2341, and that also includes equipment that he used to make other identity theft things like IDs and driver's licenses and whatnot. The hackers, when they do steal the credit card information and all the financial stuff, they try to do it in large amounts. They usually target financial institutions, merchants, restaurants, government agencies. It's better than going around just stealing credit cards from people's purses and stuff. So, with all those 2,000 plus cards, they total about 4,400 charges, totaling up to $770,000. The reason they can get with charging all that without getting caught, basically, is because if they purchase things online, they're under the umbrella of card not present transactions. So basically, they can spend the money without actually having the card there and not actually doing the second step verification process, which is also called the second card verification value, the CVV2. The more safe sites and merchants on and offline require this, but usually you can't get away with using fraudulent cards with this. It also came to 409 gift, debit, and credit cards on the side, which is $42,000. One thing to note is also that the buying is usually when they buy things online, they have a drop-off spot different than where they actually live. So they would have like a mail drop-off, like like at a public place or something, and they don't use their same correct name either, but somehow they get it through the merchant, which is ridiculous. And after he pled guilty, he got the max penalty of 20 years in prison and a fine of 1.5 million on wire fraud and 2 years on the identity theft for 250,000. So he's gonna be in there for a while. The crazy thing though is that no matter how many different kind of people's lives that he messed up, he still only got 20 years in prison. Not to say that that's worse than it was before you get more than that for much less, but it is pretty pretty crazy. Also, in the financial fraud business, it's kind of usually the reason that he has those two charges is because they're really connected to each other very well. Um, uh, Identity theft and wire fraud is also commonly linked to terrorism. With all the identity stuff being concealed, you can purchase bomb supplies and whatnot under a different alias, and then obviously get it and use it and not be a target or being looked after the government. And yeah, that seems like it.